now we are moving to the skinning stage, and in previous chapter I already arranged all the guides and the controller to the appropriate position and scaling. So now for the skinning, first I will just open the joint tool and the skinning tool at the zoo tool here. Joint tool and the skinning, we'll be using it later. And another one is the skin wrangler and the smooth skin weight. So these are the few things that we are going to use. And I will start with the shoe first. Start from the easy one. So you can skin whether at the polish brick tab, or you can move back to the skeleton. It will get updated throughout the whole hierarchy, but for cleaner view, sometimes you can just skin weight in the skeleton tab here. So let's say for this one, I will skin the whole leg back. Now from the traditional way of skinning, usually we have a joint that extrude from here until here and the new joint to parent, but in HIVE it tends to want to save more joint and to save the effort to paint more skin weight, so he will skip this joint. But when I bind skin, you will see that the skin weight will lose his track and don't know which part to connect to the joint. So for here I will do a trick. I will Control D to duplicate, then I move to the front part of the leg or shoe. This is just for the paint weight purpose, so I will just remove it. Then I will parent the toe joint to the ball joint here, so which means 1, 2, 3. This 3 I will skin weight on the shoe. So you can go to the skin tool here, you just skin selected. For now I just use the default one. Okay, after this joint I will delete it, because this joint I create just to hold the weight on the front part. So as you can see, I already skin the shoe. Okay. So now I will just try my way to balance up the weight among the joint. So let's say I set the keyframe to check on the weight itself. So for example, this one, I think the ball joint, the toe joint shouldn't affect at the back here. So for what I can do is I will just select all the vertices here, and then I'll check on the skin wrangler. As you can see now, the skin wrangler show that there's affected by the ball joint by 0.3 and the foot is 0.6. So I have to zero out. Okay. But in the end, you will see I will try to balance up the in-between value. Like here you see it's too contrast the value. Maybe I'll just move out the joint a bit here. Actually the weight, the skin weight taking a lot of time to adjust. I think it's the most challenging part of the whole process of rigging. And then you can see here I'll get a very contrast shape. So maybe I'll just come here to try to reduce the ball joint influence. And then this one, maybe I will just increase a bit to balance out the weight of the shoe. Okay, after I did this, I think I will show you another tools. Is the smooth skin brush. So what he do, this tool do is he will smooth out the in between of the weight of the joint. So for example, this one I just click, and I show in the tutorial before, if your middle mouse click left and right is the strength of the brush, and up and down is the strength of the brush, left and right is the brush radius. So just middle click and drag left, right, or up and bottom. So I just slowly click and smoothen out those areas to try to tidy up the shape, as you can see here. So the algorithm of smooth on this tool, I think, is quite good. So you can still use the pen weight way to do the smooth, but I'll show you this one how I achieve this. So I think it's much faster to get the tidy shape. Okay, I think here I still miss out some. I don't want the ball to affect. Just zero it out. So I won't go into the very detail to show you the whole process of the skinning. I just give you an idea like how you can achieve it. And another one I'm sure is you can still use the paint skin way. Maybe I want to reduce the influence here. I can still use this the traditional way to move out some of the strength of the effect on the weight, like this. And maybe I'll just smooth flood in some opacity. Yeah. So after you have done this, you can apply the symmetry, but before that I will do the same on the other the left leg. So I just duplicate, move to this position, and then press P to parent, and then select the same joint, and then skin, like that. And after that I will just delete this joint. So now is the left leg is get skin, but now I will select this one and say mirror from negative to positive. So you'll see that the paint weight is already transferred from the left side to the right side. From the right side to the left side. Yeah, you see. So you don't need to do double work. And then if you want to check in a more proper rigging way, you can go to the polish rig tab, because now we are in a skeleton section, which means we can't see the controller. But if you go here, you can check on the rigging to touch on the, let's say I want to check on the ball to see how is the final result of the paint weight. So you can't go too extreme on this. Pull slide, not too extreme. Pull. Okay, this one I think you can check. It's quite solid. Heel left to right shouldn't be a problem. So you can still paint weight here. Let's say right click, show joint, because sometimes you might want to do the paint weight here, and sometimes you need to go to the skeleton, because here you have all the guides and it's quite disturbing. So it depends on which one you prefer. You will still get updated. And then okay, now we already did the shoe. Now I will show you to start on the leg, the paint weight. So you can see on the leg joint, it actually had this long joint, and this one each of the individual joint. Actually, you shouldn't just select this like this to BindSkin. It's not how HIVE works. So you can come here, you can see there's a selection set created by the HIVE system. So you can see like the left leg. So I select the selection set. He already create all the set for you. So this is all the joint that only will need to transfer the skin weight to the leg. You shouldn't select this one. So by meantime, you should select like this. So I want to skin on the left leg, but I don't want the ball and foot to affect the leg. So after this, I will just skin in the heat map. So for heat map method, from the author explanation, it says that for this kind of rigging, like it's the tube and the inside hierarchy, it will have a better detection on the joint skin. So you say, for example, this one, you have a better understanding and you don't need to do too much work for this kind of situation. Okay, so you can already quickly to set up the joint. Let's say this one, I want the upper and lower stretch. Maybe just stretch just on. Okay, so you can quickly already create a stretchable leg. Okay, so for the same, I will mirror it to the right leg, but before that, we are going to apply the skin weight first. You just select, exclude the foot and the ball, skin, heat map. I think they both will have the same result. Okay, just in case, I will just select this one and mirror from positive to negative. Okay, but you can see at the back, the leg is causing some penetration. We will be coming back to fix it later. So for now, I think I will start to do the hair first. Okay, for the hair, you can see this is all the clump. Now just select the set member, select this mesh. Again, I will use the heat map. So you can see that normally you're using the default type of skin type. The mesh will get affected each other very easily. But you can see here, even the mesh is the whole mesh, but I skin into each individual hierarchy of the joint. The default, it can still give me a very clean result by using the heat map. It won't affect other clump. So you can see when I rotate, I don't want the base of this hair to be affected by this rotation joint. I want it to lock on the head joint. But in my paint weight, I think I didn't include the head joint. So what I can do is I just select the hair mesh and then select the head joint. I think it's this one. Just to double confirm. Okay. And then I will just adjoin. So you will see that in the screen wrangler, I will have the head joint included as a new affected joint as well. So for now, I just even this one. So I want it to be 100% to be affected. So let's say I want to rotate this here. You'll get locked. But of course, you can still go and paint skin weight. Maybe I'll find the head joint. I will just smooth out the transition between the joint, so I'll have a better. That's too much, I think. Again, I'll come back here. Then the head, I want it to be really 100%. And then for this one, the head, maybe I will increase a bit. So you can check to, like, you set a keyframe and then you just animate some angle to see whether it's affected. And this keyframe will get deleted each time when you switch from this tab to other tab. So bear in mind. So after this, if I move to this keyframe will get deleted. So you have to do it every time. Okay, so now I already do all the hair setting, and you can see this from the selection set. I can select all of the hair selection. So you can select all the controller from this quick selection set created by the Hive system. So I already select all the controller for my hair. You can see that because of we at the beginning we point the guides and the joint orientation in a proper way. As I rotate, all the hair will follow the same axis of my rotation. X, Y, Z is all pointing at the same direction. So it's easier for animator to work in this way, and you can select in a quick way. Just select from the selection set. And okay, so now I will move to the glasses. You can select this one and just skin selected, rigid. So the rigid type is just like one mesh control the whole glass. It's like a hard surface glass, so it's called rigid. So this is a controller. You can see I already did the joint. And then for the upper beak is the same. It's like a hard surface thing. Default. You see rigid. Okay. That's 3. Then I check on the controller. Okay. And then for the lower beak, because we have this wetter thing, so I just skin the normal way. Okay, so let's move the controller. It looks okay, but when I rotate the waffle, it affects the upper beak, so I need to do something here. So what I do is select the lower beak and the screen wrangler. I just want to zero out the wetter effect. Wait, put it to 0, and then try again. Yeah, but you can see the upper part, the hidden part of this water weight. It has a value for the big lower and the waffle 0 and 1. Maybe I'll just add a bit on the 0. So let's try it out. Set the keyframe. I think I will just increase a bit and the big lower influence here. Then goes to this one, because I don't want it to move too much on the root when the water rotate. Yeah, I think this is okay. Okay, and then let's check out the head rotation. So we not yet bind the head to the joint. So for the eye, I think for this chapter I won't go in detail into eye rigging and the mouth, because in the Hive system, the mouth and the eye rigging system is quite heavy and more complex, so I will leave it for another chapter. For now, I just treat it as a static mesh to bind skin on it. So for glasses, I'll hide. And then for the head, I will select the head joint skeleton here. And then I just use the skin selector. Okay. but we still need to tweak a bit on the head later on. We'll get back to it later. For now, I just do a quick BindSkin to check the. As you can see, when it rotates, it shouldn't affect the neck too much here. We'll come back to fix later on if after we done the next step. So for the leg, you can see when I raise the leg, the pants we haven't framed it. So I just set the key first. Like this. Okay. For the pants, I think I will just bind to this 5 joint. You can see I just select the individual joint, not the whole jointing, and this is the main pelvis joint. So 5 of them I just skin selected. As you can see, it already start to follow. But you can see we need to come and fix quite a lot of the weight here, especially when you move the left leg to the opposite position. We should constrain on the weight at the right side of the pants. So this one actually need to take some time. I won't show the whole process, but I'll just show you what I fix here. Example, this one, when you raise the leg, this one the weight shouldn't be bind 100% to this upper leg joint because you will bend and penetrate the mesh. So for this part, I think I will need to add this pelvis bone to lock this end of the leg. So I have to select and then add joint. So for this one, I will add weight to the spine joint like this. Because this leg is inside the mesh, you won't see it clear. So I will just slowly adjust the weight to constrain the penetration. This, maybe this. So you won't see inside, and then okay. Now after this, I will just mirror the weight. Okay, so we already fixed the left leg. Now I want to mirror to the right leg. So you can see from wireframe the difference of the leg. So I just select, mirror, positive to negative. Alright, before that you have to add the joint of the pelvis to this, and then you just add joint, and then only you can mirror it. Because now only the consistent of the joint influence. So in this you have a spine joint. Here you also need to have the spine joint added before you can mirror this leg. The pants, I definitely have to fix the paint weight by using skin wrangler and the smooth skin brush, and even the traditional way of paint skin weight too. So I will just show you the initial part. I won't go into too detail and taking too long to fix. Like this one, for example, I'll just make sure the waist is 100% bind to the spline. like this. And then for the in between, maybe I'll just use the pen skin weight tool to this one is this line to reduce the influence. You can do just one side of the pens and later on mirror to the other side. So for example, this one I will just tend to try to make it smooth on the band. And then for the twist, you can press Control 1 to focus. So it won't penetrate too much when it bends. And after this, maybe I'll just use the smooth skin brush slowly to fix like this. You can control the strength and the size here as well. So after this, you can mirror again, negative to positive, like this. So I won't go to do all the details here, and you can take your time to fix until you get the best result. Like you can bend to the left and right as well to check the stretch of the whole mesh. And I will quickly jump back to the shirt. For the pack, for now I will just hide it at the moment. It will come back later. Okay, so for the shirt, I think I need to bind skin to the hand, the arm joint, but not the hand, and then the spine, and then the pelvis, and then the clavicle. So again, I will go to the selection set here. For the skeleton, arm, left, right, clavicle, and the spine, and maybe the head, but I won't bind to the whole head. Maybe just for the first two of the joint, and then I select the skin at the mesh, the smooth skin default. Okay, so again I will do the rotation check again. So now I will just randomly create some keyframe to check on my skin weight. This is the main pelvis controller, or you can just click around to see. Yeah, I think this one we definitely need to fix the weight. For example, when you rotate, the base of the shirt here shouldn't rotate with this spline together. It should influence like this part should influence like 90 to 100% to the base of the pelvis bone. So I will fix it in a while. I will just skip and you just do your own paint weight trick. So I'll show you the end result later. Now I roughly do the skin weight for the shirt. I spend quite some time to tweak the weight between the joint to get a smooth transition. And for example, this one, and then the clavicle also, when you move your shoulder front and back or up and down to make sure that it doesn't break or penetrate too much. I just do one side and then I mirror to the other side. So for the hand as well, I already did here. So I can show you like the left hand, the controller. So it's like this. And then the thumb. So for the hand, it's change to IK. You can see okay, spend some time to clean up. And for the right hand, I will just mirror across as well. So for the skeleton I just select the right side, pointer, pinky, ring, thumb, select, and then one more is the wrist here, and then I just skin selected. Okay, so I just mirror the skin across, and just to double check. This is the joint selection. I should select the curve. Yeah, so it's get mirrored. And then for the back, I will just show you the quick way of doing the weight transfer. Just select this one, then select this, and just do a skin transfer. As you can see, the weight from this shirt get transferred as close as possible to the back itself. But there's some issue you might encounter, like this one, the back will get squashed and stretched a lot. So for this one is actually I'll just show you a simple and fast way now. If really the issue appear, we might need to find another solution, maybe create another joint chain to try to bind on another skeleton. But the cons is that you will have more controller to take care and more pain rate to do. So this is I just show you a quick way. And then for the ribbon as well, just now I'm just pain rate together with the spine end joint. In the end, if the penetration is too much, I might need to create another joint like the glass here and skin directly on the ribbon itself. Okay, so for the zip, the back, it has a zip here. Let's show it. So for this one, I didn't transfer the weight skin transfer because this is the ribbon is a hard surface stuff. So I try to avoid the squash and stretch when they rotate. So what I think to do is first I create a cluster, a pivot from this selection. I just constrain, create a revert, so I name it back pin. And then for this part, I will go back to the guide and create another FK joint to bind it to the FK, and then later on I will parent the FK to the revert there on the zip chain. As you can see, I create the FK chain here with the two sections, and then I move it and I position it to the location somehow at the pivot here, the one that we create the constraint, the pivot constraint. So I put two joint here, and the aiming is the x-axis aiming to the left and then to downward, so it's like this. And then make sure the auto align is off. And then when I go to the polish rig, you will see that the controller, I need to parent the joint, the controller to the pivot, so that when the back move, the revert will move, and then when we parent constrain the controller, it will get moved as well. So it's like I select this and then parent. So let's say I rotate this. Okay. The joint will get moved, but before that we need to make sure we paint weight on these two objects. So for the upper one, I will just skin rigid to it, and the second bond will do the same to skin rigid. You can see it will follow the position whenever the rivet move, same as the controller of the zip will move. Okay. And you can see I forget to move and position the controller, so I'll move back to the guides, and you can see actually you can move upward and downward and backward to do the position of the controller and the skinning also. It won't affect the final result. So here I will just show the controller like this. Maybe I will just build it, move it outward, or even rotate this. It's easier to select and animate. So this one, the controller, I want to move outward. Okay, so another thing to remind is that just now we create a cluster and constraint, parent constraint. Bear in mind that this is our manual add-on to add the parent on the rivet. So let's say you come back to the guide and skeleton tab here. Later on, when you're back to the polish rig, you need to redo the parent constraint connection. So this have to be a more manual way. Each time you go back and come forward, again, you need to redo this, else it will break. And I'll show you, just bear in mind. So let's say this one, you can see it's already fused here because whenever you come back and come forward again, you need to go back to the controller and then do the parent constraint again. So just bear in mind. And then here I will show you what is you can test around to see how is the rigs work here. Let's say for this one, the controller is the rig system. This is quite flexible. For example, this one, you can push on the strap, and then I will show you another. So for this one, for example, I want to bend this leg in a curved rank. You can go down here. You can see this is all off. For previously, what we do scaling all the controller here, the purpose is to let you have the control to do this curve joint and set the keyframe. So it's quite strong for the rig that can achieve, but you have to manually do the keyframe and transition check each time. So be careful on this. Then you have to show it here, else at the default it is hide. So maybe after this you want to go back, you will just keyframe back to 000. It depends on the animator. And then for this one, you can rotate in the FK the hand follow, or you can just get space word current. You stick to the word. So I will stop here, and I won't go too detail as I say before, because I think you should go and check out the tutorial by the author. And here, I think you can learn more from his explanation. Is more detailed and cover more things. That I will just do a quick demo for you here. It doesn't take a long time, so I think it helps to quickly and set up the cartoony character at the first place in just a few hours. So you should try it out if you are interested.